It was a scream that woke me up early in the morning. The sound went through the cold air and made me sit up fast. My heart was beating quickly as I unzipped my sleeping bag. Next to me, Julia's spot was empty. I rushed out of the tent, calling her name. "Julia!" But the forest just kept quiet, and my voice faded into the big, quiet trees. The others came out of their tents too. When everyone saw Julia was missing, we all started to worry. Julia's boots and coat were still at the camp, and her backpack was untouched. We split up into small groups and started searching. The grass was wet, and our shoes got muddy. I kept calling her name, but there was no answer. After a while, Maya pointed her flashlight at something blue in the woods. We hurried over, and I felt scared. It was Julia's sleeping bag, pushed under some old tree roots, a long way from our camp. The bag was empty and cold. There weren't any footprints around or any sign that someone had dragged it there. I felt my skin crawl. It didn't make any sense. Suddenly, we heard Julia's voice. She was calling for help, but her voice sounded far away and soft. "Help me!" she cried. We all turned, trying to figure out where it was coming from, but her voice seemed to move. Sometimes it sounded close, but then it faded into the trees. We started shouting her name and running through the woods. The branches grabbed our clothes, and my hands got scratched when I fell on some rocks. But I got up again right away, too scared to stop looking. Julia's voice started to sound like it was everywhere at once. It was like she was moving around us, even though we couldn't see her. Maya started to cry, and Ben said we kept walking in circles. We never saw Julia, just the sleeping bag and the big, empty woods. My hands shook while holding the flashlight. By the time it was getting dark, we were all tired and scared. We ended up back at the creek near our camp with no sign of her. When we got back to the tents, we just sat together, not saying anything. Just before the sun came up, we heard Julia's voice one last time. "Please come find me, we never found her." Only the sleeping bag was left behind. Even now, I sometimes hear her voice in my dreams, lost in those dark woods, calling for help that we can never give. For more stories like this, subscribe Goofy Horror.